Welcome to China Horse Business, the one and only podcast about Chinese booming horse market. I'm your host Zoe King, founder and CEO of Wonder Horse, from Shanghai, discovering the wonder of horse world.
Hi, I am Chris from Shanghai. So glad to join Zoe in the show.
Hi Chris, long time no see. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I was in Chengdu to launch a marketing campaign last week.
Oh, Chengdu is definitely one of the top cities for branding. People in Chengdu are so fashionable and open for any new thing.
So true. I see more and more brands choose Chengdu for a roadshow. I also know the equestrian sport is developing very fast over there.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, we introduced two equestrian in Chengdu in our show in episode 12 and 18.
So which club are you going to introduce in today's China Club section?
Shanghai Zhonghe Equestrian Club is a brand new club in Shanghai. Located in Baoshan district, this club is built in some makeshift covers with one indoor arena and two outdoor arenas. There are more than 20 horses in the stable. Some of them belong to private owners. This club used to be in another city close to Shanghai. The owner is a rider. He wanted to build this club for his rider friends and eventually to recruit more riders. They have 8 Chinese coaches trained by different systems. The cost of one riding lesson is on the average range, meaning 400 RMB per lesson.
Zoe, I saw you posted a live screaming racing event on your WeChat moment. Can you tell us more about it?
It is about the races in Inner Mongolia on August 22 and 23. 6 races per day and 12 races in total. Imported thoroughbreds and Chinese local horses participate in races of different groups and distances. As a traditional activity, many spectators attended the event. The races are live streamed and attracted more than 258,000 viewers according to the organizer, Rider Group. This event marks also the beginning of the regular racing season at Rider until October. There will be 4 races per day in each weekend, counting 15 sex races and 16 racing days in total. This will be the first regular races in China since the COVID-19.
Zoe, I read an article published by a major Chinese press saying that equestrian sport is the most desirable activities for Chinese young parents to pay for their kids. How about that?
An article published by China News Weekly described the phenomenon relating to interest group for kids. Chinese parents are eager to push their kids to learn more outside the school. This anxiety is becoming a bigger issue for middle-class families who are classified by annual consumption power of at least 300,000 RMB. Equestrian sport is most appreciated by Chinese parents among all sports, on top of golf, fencing, and fancy skating. This article got more than 100,000 views on WeChat account and widely forwarded on other social medias.
Zoe, who will be your guest today for China's Story section?
I'm so glad to interview Dr. Priscilla Lightsey and Amy Tripson from the Project Hope, a NGO in Beijing dedicated to equine assisted services. Let's listen to their China story. Hello, Priscilla and Amy. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. So you are both based in the United States now. Both work for a very exciting project named Hope in Beijing. This project is funded by Priscilla, and you used to live in China. Now you kind of go back and forth between China and the States. So Priscilla, can you tell us more about the story of Hope and how this amazing project started.
Oh, yes. And thank you so much for this opportunity, because this is our passion, my passion, Amy's passion, and the Hope team. We all feel very strongly. We are really excited about equine assisted services. Hope began in 2009 when I lived in Beijing, and I am a pediatric physical therapist. And in the United States, I had done equine assisted therapy. And I have found that the kids and the folks that I work with can make gains lots faster when they're on the horse than when we are, say, in the therapy gym. Okay. So I was going to an orphanage to work with children at the orphanage and doing physical therapy with them. And one day when I was at the orphanage and I was walking from one part of the orphanage to another to work with some more children and put them on the therapy ball, I thought, oh my goodness, I'd really, really like to put them on a horse, because I think the horse can help them make gains. And it's so much fun. And that's how Hope began, is I had that idea. So I went to look for money and started the project in 2009. And at that time, we just worked with 2 different orphanages, and it was 1 day a week. And I had to lease a horse. Mm-hmm. I had to find the right horse and train the right horse. So that's how it began. It was just very small. It was just an idea I had that I wanted to help the children. I also have to say that the name is Hope, and it stands for Horses Offering People Enrichment. And I think that the name is not very original. Many different nonprofit organizations have Hope as their name, but I feel very strongly, as does the rest of the team, that horses really do help people and they can enrich their lives. So I was really, really fortunate in that I was able to find other people that shared my passion. And there was a woman named Nicole Bernard who donated the first therapy horse to us. So once we got this first therapy horse and I was able to train him, then Zhao Yanbo, he came to help us. He was working at the stables where we first started, mm-hmm. and he was helping me. And then a few years later, we got Sun, Haixia, Luna, and now we have grown. We have Lucia and Mr. Wang, and Xiao Zhao helps us. So we have many folks in China that are working on the project, while Amy and I are doing our best to help here while we're in the United States because of COVID.
Okay. So Amy, you are the program director for Project Hope in Beijing. Can you tell us more about how the program looks like? And can you maybe describe a typical day for us?
We are currently located at Dongfang Mahui, which is Oriental Equestrian Club. Yeah. And I guess the best way to look at it is in our normal service day. We may have a few lessons throughout the day, and so we will have individuals, our participants, volunteers who will come to our facility, and we will provide lessons. And it looks very much like on some level, like a typical riding program. The participants come, they, are on the horses. We have volunteers who will come and assist with the lessons. Mm-hmm. And so on the surface, it does look like a regular riding program for a lot of as far as the structure of it goes. We have lessons each day and, and different riders each day. But really underneath that, what makes a therapeutic riding program really unique is the interaction of the instructor, the volunteers, the participants, and the horses, right? So we have a lot of different layers that we have in our program that you will not find at a typical or an able-bodied riding program. And so, we have our participants who are individuals with special needs. We have volunteers who are coming to assist in the lessons, either as sidewalkers, as horse handlers. And then, we have our instructors who have a foundation of knowledge in teaching individuals with disabilities, horseback riding lessons, but incorporating different teaching strategies, different knowledge into those lessons to make them more effective and more customized for our population. So our horses right now, we have 4 horses, horses and ponies. And so the horses in our program have what Priscilla was talking about is the special training. So we need to make sure that they're comfortable, that they're very, very comfortable and trained in a lot of different situations. So what we are looking for in, our program is that the horses are very quiet, right, and listen very well.
Yeah.
That they have a good quality of movement, that they're not phased or impacted by different toys or by loud screaming or by a rider who might be off balance. So we do a lot of unmounted work with leading and desensitizing to make sure that they are comfortable in their role, the horses are comfortable in their role, and that they're able to also provide a great quality of service for our participants, as well as the volunteers. And so safety, is always our top priority, making sure that our horses are well trained, that they're safe. Our volunteers have the training that they need. So they come out to the facility, they go through trainings based on the role that they're going to, take in the lesson. Our instructors have extensive knowledge in, I have, I'm certified through the Professional Association of Therapeutic Horsemanship International. And we've been teaching, and, our other staff Lucy is working towards her certification. So, like I said, so while on the surface, it might seem like a very typical program, there's so much more depth to what we are doing for our participants, for the volunteers, with the horses, that makes it very unique.
For sure. So, Priscilla, who are those participants and how they get to know you, or how you found them?
So originally we just used, we were partnering with 2 different orphanages. And as we have grown and people have become more aware of our services, it has changed. And so at the moment, it's primarily word of mouth. They hear about us. And as Amy has said, we work really hard to be a safe and effective program. And there's many, many components, especially trained horses, trained volunteers. Amy has special certifications, and I have special certifications. Lucia is working to become a PATH International Certified Therapeutic Riding Instructor. So people have heard that we are doing our best to have a safe program. And so parents, we have a WeChat blog, and we have been doing things on social media. And then parents will talk about us, and different schools have come out to visit us. So it's kind of been word of mouth. And that has actually been quite successful for us because we are still small. This has worked great for us. We even have a waiting list. And so if someone wants to participate, they will connect with Lucia, and then they will come out and have a screening. And typically in the past, either Amy was there or I was there, and we were helping Lucia to do this. And we determine if this person might be a candidate for therapeutic horseback riding or therapeutic horsemanship lessons. And once we do that, then we have to determine if we have the course for this person and the right equipment and the right volunteers. So it's a multi-step process before a person can even come to participate in the program.
Okay, I see. I have such a good talk with Priscilla and Amy. We will release the rest of our interview in the next episode.
Wow, it was a great story. So glad we did this.
Thank you for co-hosting this episode, Chris. See you around.
See you.
Bye. This podcast is produced by Wonder Horse, equine business solution provider and bespoke platform for Chinese equine community. I'm your host, Zoe Kim. See you next Monday on China Horse Business.